This is the Wellness Club, where we dive into all things wellness, from nutrition to fitness to productivity and more. We are exploring the science to help you feel your best inside and out. I'm your host, Cass Camp, and I am so happy that you're here. Welcome to the club. Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. My name is Cass, and I am on such a high from the past weekend. This episode is the retreat recap episode, and honestly, just to jump to the point, it was literally the best weekend of my life, and I'm not even saying that lightly. I truly mean that. It was literally the best weekend of my life, literally the best weekend of my life. And I have had some amazing weekends in my life. I've been a lot of places. I've traveled. I've done a lot of beautiful things, and this weekend was truly just the best weekend of my life. I don't know how to explain that in other words. There is nothing like being surrounded by beautiful, powerful, inspiring women and everyone just sharing their own stories and their own struggles and their remedies and the things that they're doing. Yes, we hosted it. My mom and I, we put it together. We did a ton of prep work, a ton of planning. We did a lot of things to make sure that it wasn't awkward or anything like that. But at the end of the day, the weekend was so amazing because the women that were there were amazing. And that is what makes it so special, is being surrounded by literally amazing women, literally amazing women. There is nothing like spending time with people that have so much to offer and inspire you and lift you up and encourage you. I've never laughed harder. I smiled the entire time I was there. It was just the best time. Obviously, I had to do an entire episode about this retreat because this was just a life-changing weekend for me. But I also, at the end, I want to get into how to create a mini retreat at home for yourself, because there were a lot of people that messaged me that wanted to come and either couldn't come because of scheduling or budget or whatever personal reasons people have for not coming. And I think there are some things to kind of carry it through that you can do at home. I thought that this was a creative thing to include, but it's also real things that I'm doing now that I'm back home, because I was on such a high the entire weekend and I felt amazing and I was eating really clean and I was doing all the movement. And then when you come home, it's very easy to fall back into your natural patterns. And that's something that with these retreats, I don't want to happen to the people that come. And so I figured there are some things that moving forward, I'm changing in my own environment and in my own routines to take those things from the retreat back with me, if that makes sense. So I'm going to share those towards the end of the episode so that you can apply them in your life too. But first, I want to recap the retreat and get into what happened and how it went and everything like that, because it was truly just so magical. And yeah, I have to share. This retreat was purely just magical. I have no other adjectives to describe it. And what's the coolest part is most of us were strangers going into this retreat. I had talked to everybody in advance, but even I didn't know some of the women from coming. And honestly, more than half found it through the podcast or through social media, which is absolutely insane. And just the power of social media and networking and connection. I'm so amazed by that. And by the end of the retreat, honestly, even within the first night, within a few hours, it felt like we had just known each other forever. And that was just so special. The first night that we got there, everyone got to eat and enjoy some food. And then we played this game, a speed dating game, but it was more to get to know each other. If you've ever seen the game We're Not Really Strangers with the card game, it was similar to that, except it was less trauma questions and more just getting to know each other questions. And every question was as deep as you wanted to get. I made the questions myself. I made them on cards. I laminated them. And I think it was the perfect way to get people talking and get people getting to know each other. Everyone had a partner, and then I had a little timer, and then we would rotate. And honestly, the timer was set, but everyone just kept talking and talking and talking. Everything was just so natural. Everyone talked so naturally. And the coolest part is the ages were so diverse. Our youngest was 16 and our oldest was, I think, 67. And then a bunch of ages in between, some in their 20s, some in their 50s. It was really cool that people so different from each other had so much to talk about and so much to learn from each other. And then we were just blessed with the most beautiful sunset on the lake that night. And that just reaffirmed that everyone was exactly where they needed to be. be. And we were all doing exactly what we needed to be doing at that time. We did a little intention setting, a little welcome toast. And honestly, everyone just got to know each other and chat. And it was super intimate and conversational and natural. And it was just, I don't know, it was so honest too. Like people were sharing things about themselves that were vulnerable and emotional. And it was still just full of love. Like I don't know how else to describe it, but it was just so nice to spend time and spend such quality time with other women. That was Friday night. And then Saturday was like our full day of activities. And that's when we did a workout outside. We walked around the lake a couple times. We had really good meals the entire day. Breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinner, healthy desserts every night. Like we had a lot of food, a lot of really nourishing food. We did a nutrition workshop. We also talked about hormones. And then there was so much to do just at the house. Like we were right on a lake. So people went kayaking. We had a hot tub. People were in the hot tub literally all day, sauna, walking around the lake and just enjoying the house. Like there were little moments where people just had free time and people were reading, journaling, talking to each other, eating good food, just really enjoying the house that we had. The house that we had was definitely like a luxury cabin. Like everything was freshly renovated, beautiful, pristine. So it made sense that people wanted to enjoy it. And I think that's something that I got to keep in mind for the next one, because going into this, I was scared that people would be bored. So I had a ton of activities planned. And while on one hand, it's good to be prepared because if things did get boring, I had things up my sleeve to like pull out and do. But I also, for the next one, I want to give more time in between things to give people time to enjoy the houses. Because my whole thing with these retreats too is I want them to be luxurious weekends away. A lot of these women that came, they said they haven't had a weekend away like this in forever and they wanted to just relax. And that's something that I have to keep in mind for the future. That's also my whole brand and vision for these retreats anyway. I want them to be like a fun weekend away, girls' weekend vibe with a focus on wellness, but definitely like a fun, high energy retreat rather than like a lot of retreats that exist already are yoga retreats, which yoga itself is its own practice and its own journey. But a lot of them are very like Zen, breath work, silence, yoga, breathing, sound bath, which is cool. Like that has its own place, but I'm not a yoga instructor. I'm not a sound bath instructor. I don't do any of that stuff. My expertise is like dancing, workout, circuit, walking, good food, laughing, champagne toast. Like that's what I want to do. And I think that's exactly how this weekend went. We were also right next to a bachelorette house. Like the house next to us was hosting a bachelorette and there was like 25 girls over there. And let's just say some of the girls on my retreat met the girls over there and we had a great time. And that's all I'm going to say. What happens in the Poconos stays in the Poconos. But we had fun. Like it was a fun weekend away. And I think that that's exactly what we were going for. It was the perfect mix of a girls' weekend that's fun and exciting and matching sweatshirts, but also a focus on wellness, nutrition, moving our bodies, everything like that. And I think one of my favorite parts of the weekend was there were these little pockets throughout the day of just natural conversation where people were asking very specific wellness questions. And even the other girls on the retreat were answering from things that they've tried, they've experienced. And I just thought that was cool. Like at one point, everyone brought out their skincare and we were scanning it on the Yuka app and figuring out what the best moisturizers were and stuff like that. Like it wasn't just reliant on my mom and I. Everyone was learning from each other. And I thought that that was really cool. Like I literally came home and switched up my whole skincare routine because one of the girls showed us like her best products and they all scan 100 out of 100. And I don't know, it's just inspiring to see that. And then one of the most meaningful parts of the weekend to me was one of the women on the retreat. She has tinnitus, which is like a constant ringing in your ears. And I know people that have had it, like my grandfather had it, and I don't wish that on anybody. I've heard that it is just horrible and it's like this constant ringing you don't get relief from. It's very constant. And she came on the retreat and at one point we got alone time, just her and I, and we're just chatting and she's like, I'm sorry if it seems that I'm like quieter or introverted or anything like that. And I'm like thinking in my head, everyone has their different personalities. Like some people are going to come and they're going to be more calm. Some people are going to be crazy and wild and fun. And that's fine. Like I don't mind that at all. But she's like, I'm actually very extroverted outside of here. And she's like, I don't want you to think that I'm not having fun. I'm actually just taking it all in. She's like, I don't really get time to do this rest and recovery thing. And she's like, so I'm really just enjoying myself and taking it all in. And then she's like, I've had tinnitus in my ears for, I forget how many years she said, but for a while. And she's like, this is the first time since I've gotten it that I haven't had the ringing in my ears. She's like, since I've been here, I don't know what it is, but I haven't had the ringing in my ears. And she's like, even if it doesn't last, you have no idea what kind of relief this has given me, even for just 2 days, which I'm curious if it came back. That is just special. I don't know what the cause of that is. Maybe it truly was like the relaxation of the weekend. I don't know. I don't accredit myself to doing that, but just knowing that someone felt that much relief and relaxation and calmness throughout the weekend makes me feel so happy. Like that's literally what we do it for. And when she told me that, I just got chills. And then I was thinking about it and I started like tearing up on the way home because it's just, you don't know like the impact that something is going to have on someone. And I don't know, it could have just been pure luck, but it's definitely something that I'll never forget. And I'm so glad she shared that with me because I don't know, it really like, it just touched a soft spot in my heart. It really made me happy. Overall, we just had a fantastic weekend. Like it really was something special. And it's something that I'm never, ever, ever going to forget. Going into this retreat, I booked this the end of December going into 2025. Like it was literally right before New Year's. I'll never forget. I was in Florida with my mom. And I just remember saying, I'm not spending another year not doing this. Like I'm doing this in 2025. Even if I flop on my face, I'm going to figure this out and I'm going to do this. And we booked the house impulsively that day and we figured everything else out. Like we did a ton of research to finding a good house and we did research on everything like that. But you can only learn and research so much. And I think that's something that if there's something that you want to do, yes, you've probably learned everything and watched YouTube videos about it and watched TikToks about it and researched it and looked it up. At some point, you kind of have to just pull the trigger and do it. One of my favorite quotes, and I've said it on here before, is leap and the net will appear. And let me tell you, with this retreat, I took a leap and my net appeared. And I thank God every day. I feel blessed. I feel grateful. My net appeared and I figured out the things I needed to figure out. And you will too. Whatever dream that you have that you want to do, don't spend another year researching it. Don't spend another year wishing and writing it down, but not actually doing it. I've been there. I've done it. And let me tell you, it's scary to take the leap. It's scary to take the risk. But that's when all the good stuff happens and you are going to figure out all the challenges and all the problems and you're going to learn from it and you're going to improve and it's going to make you a better person. Like whatever dream you have, take the leap. The net will appear. You will figure it out. Even if you have to build your own damn net, you can build your own damn net. You can do whatever you want to do, even if you've never done it before. Trust yourself because it will all work out how it's supposed to. I think that's why I feel so proud of this retreat because I know the years it's taken of researching it and like wishing and wanting and putting it on my vision board, but not actually doing it. So the fact that we did it and it went better than I ever could have imagined, I just feel grateful. I feel proud. I feel happy. And I definitely have to thank my mom for a lot of her support and help with everything. I couldn't have done it without her. She was just a rock star on the retreat. Like she helped with so much of the retreat and so much of the behind the scenes, even just me doubting it. Like she would talk me down from the ledge and encourage me, even when she didn't necessarily believe in it to begin with. And it wasn't until we did the retreat that she told me that she was feeling doubtful in the beginning. And I had no idea because she just did nothing but support me, even if she didn't see the vision. And that's something too, like if there's something that you want to do, other people might not see the vision and that's okay. Like your dream, you see the vision, you know what you're capable of, you know what you anticipate. And people typically will not see the vision until you do it and prove to people that this is what you had planned all along. But something amazing is there are people that they might not even see the vision and they don't know your dream like you know your dream, but they're still going to support you. Like that, you need to surround yourself with those people because my mom unwaveringly supported me and the retreat and she just gave it her all and she just is such a rock star, like literally such a rock star. I'm just so proud of us. And like the first night we did a little toast and I don't know, just hearing her say her little toast and then me, I couldn't even really say one. I don't even remember what I said, but I was like getting choked up and I'm not like super emotional when it comes to stuff like this, but I'm just so proud of us. I'm so proud of my mom. Like this is definitely out of her comfort zone and seeing her light up and do it, like it was just, I don't know, it was just special. And I'm really lucky and grateful that I have a mom like her, honestly. Like, yeah. Which, by the way, she updated her Instagram finally. So go check her out at ginacamp.rn. The RN stands for registered nurse because she's a nurse and she's really interested in hormones and hormone health. So I'm sure she'll be sharing some of that stuff. She's also going to teach me how to make her famous sourdough bread. So follow along because hopefully we'll get her posting too because she has some good content to share. Also, while we're talking about Instagrams, the Wellness Club is having a little viral moment right now on Instagram. I've been posting some of my favorite sweet treat recipes, and one has like 78,000 views, which is insane. And it's literally the easiest recipe ever. Go look at the Instagram if you're not looking at it because I'm sharing my favorite sweet treats. And maybe I'll transition into like dinners and stuff too because I do cook dinner, but I don't know, sharing sweet treats is so much more fun. So go check it out at the Wellness Club XO. But anyway, let's get into how you can create your own retreat at home because I know it's not always feasible to go escape for a weekend. And even if you did go on the retreat, you might realize it's very easy to fall right back into your old routine. So in order to help, these are some things that I'm doing and things that you could do as well to kind of keep that retreat feeling in your environment. First thing that I did when I came home from this retreat is I decluttered my space. I changed things around. I made it look different. Even if I didn't actually like paint the walls and buy new furniture and change everything around, I love changing my environment without even really needing to buy anything new. I'll change my environment like seasonally, yearly, whenever I feel like it. But especially if you're feeling like you're in a rut and you feel like you're just back in your old patterns and your own routines, you got to change your environment. It is so easy to fall back into the same habits if your environment stays the same. Change up your nightstand. If you're used to having your phone charging right there, move your chargers around, put your Kindle there, put your book there. Set your workout bag next to your nightstand so when you wake up, you already have your gym clothes, you put them on, you go to the gym. Organize your desk so that you have your gratitude journal out, you have your regular journal out, you have your notebooks out. Like change things around to actually work for you and inspire you. I also really love changing up the outdoor space. This has been a project that I've been working on now for honestly since like the springtime, maybe even sooner. But even just changing up your plants, like propagate some new ones, repot them, put them around, get a little plant stand, whatever you need to do. Make your space somewhere that you actually want to be. This is something that I've been doing. Like I have a little outdoor patio and over time I've just gotten little new things out there and I absolutely love it. Like I literally love it. I'll sit out there. I'll do my gratitude journal. I'll sit out there. I'll drink my coffee. I'll take my yoga mat out there. I'll work out there. I'll stretch out there. I'll just sit out there. I literally love it. Like I love being out there. And because I like being out there, I'm more likely to do the things that I want to do, like my workouts, my gratitude journal, the things that make me feel happy, healthy, confident, all those things. Maybe you have a little corner of your house that isn't really getting used. And maybe it's just like a junk corner. You just throw your stuff on there. You put your old laundry on there, whatever it is. Spruce it up, declutter, get rid of some stuff you don't wear anymore, and make it your little wellness corner. Put a little chair in the corner, get a little lamp on Facebook Marketplace and make it cute. Make it your little reading nook, make it your journaling nook, make it your little workout space. You don't need a lot of space. Like I feel like this is one of my hidden superpowers because I just love doing this. I love taking a space that's not getting used and transforming it without spending any money. Like I will literally find decor from other places and move it around so that it looks completely new, but it's all my same stuff. There's something psychologically that when you change up your space, you change up your habits. It's very hard to change your habits if your space is exactly the same. And especially after coming home from a retreat or you feel like you need your own retreat, this is a free, easy way to completely feel like you've changed your space around. I definitely recommend getting some plants in your space though. Get some life, get some newness, get some freshness in there. There's so many benefits of having plants in your house, like purifying your air, but also just visually looking at plants and looking at that greenery. It calms you. It makes you feel fresher and new and refreshed. That was actually something that we gave away on the last day of the retreat was a little plant for everybody. And I had options for everyone just to remind you like you're growing. keep watering yourself, keep pouring into yourself, keep taking care of yourself. I see a direct correlation when I'm taking care of myself and how my plants look. When I'm taking care of myself, my plants look really amazing. When I'm slacking on myself, my plants are also slacking. Besides my Monstera plant, that plant has a mind of its own. And right now she is looking so sad and droopy. And I don't feel that way inside. She just feels that way. And that's her problem. On another note of this with the decluttering, declutter your closet. Go through your clothes, refold the ones that you like, get rid of the ones that you don't. And I feel like every time I do this, I find new clothes that I completely forgot about. So wear them, try them on. And if you have things that literally don't fit anymore, but you're convinced that one day they're going to fit, get rid of them. You don't need that reminder of like, oh, I used to be there and I'm not there anymore. Just get rid of them. Donate them. Life is too short to be wearing clothes that don't make you feel confident. If your clothes aren't making you feel confident, you don't need them. Get rid of them. Donate them. We don't need to be reminded by shorts from 3 years ago. Like, no. Another way to create a mini retreat at home, we have to talk about food. Part of the retreat that we just had, I think food was such a focal point of the retreat because we had so many nourishing meals with a lot of protein and whole ingredients and local farm vegetables and everything like that. And that was a big conversation the entire weekend. People were asking, oh, what kind of brand do you get for this? Can I take a picture of this? Where do you get this? Where do you get that? And there's no reason why your home can't feel the same way. And I know at first it can be a little bit overwhelming to just like rehaul your entire pantry, but something that I like to do that really works for me is having little bins and organizational systems for my refrigerator, for my produce, for my pantry. Now, I am not saying that you need to buy those perfect matching sets of every single clear organizational bin for every single food item that you have. I think that those videos look really aesthetic on Instagram, but they're not super practical for actual living. But I will say that some form of organization in your food and in your pantry is going to make you so much more likely to eat the things that you're buying. I bought a couple plastic organizational bins, I'm pretty sure from the Dollar Tree. They're like acrylic, they're clear, and they go into your refrigerator. I use those for my meat and for my produce and the foods that I want to eat the most of. Because what was happening is I was using the produce drawers, which are meant for produce. But what happens is you throw all your produce in there and then you forget about it. Things go bad, things get stuck in the back, and it's just not really functional. Instead, I use these little clear acrylic bins. I'll wash everything as soon as I buy them, put paper towels down, and I'll put them in these bins and kind of organize it like vegetables for one, my meats for one, whatever. I organize it the way that makes sense in my brain. And I use pretty much every produce and meat because I can actually see it. I keep it at eye level. I keep it where I can see everything. And I'm actually using the things that I purchase. And then for my pantry, I don't even buy the clear acrylic things for those. I save Amazon boxes that fit in my pantry and I use them to organize my food. This is such a life-changing organizational hack that requires literally zero money. Because let's face it, like at least for me, I don't need my pantry to look super aesthetic with matching bins and matching containers. I want it to be functional. So I have some Amazon boxes that I recycled from Amazon purchases where I have like one that's all my baking stuff and it all fits in this one little box. It's not a super big box. It's like a low box so I can still see everything in there, but it keeps it all organized. So when I want to bake something, I just grab that box and take it all out and then I put it back. Same with like on the bottom of my pantry, I have a little box and that's where I keep all my extras. I keep my extra salad dressings. I keep my extra rice. I keep all the extra stuff down there. So now when I know, okay, I'm running low on this. Oh, I don't even have any of my extra. I need to buy some. Does that make sense? Which, by the way, I cut the tabs off of the sides of the box so that it's just like a tray. It's not like I'm closing it in and can't see what's inside. I cut all those extra flaps off. So I'm literally just making a tray out of these cardboard boxes that you probably get 3 of a week because let's face it, we're all buying stuff all the time. Save the ones that are a good shape and size that fit in your pantry and reuse them. I do this even in like my linen closets. I keep some boxes and I have like a whole pad tampon box in my towel closet. I have like the wipes and toilet paper in some boxes and I make these bins out of them. It literally looks like those bins you buy, except you don't have to buy them. They're literally free. I've even seen people do this in like their underwear and bra drawer. They'll keep boxes that fit into their drawers and they make them into separators instead of buying the separators. You literally just section them out because really, who's looking in there anyway besides you? I mean, if you want to buy the stuff, but you don't have to if you don't want to. If you're on a budget like me, you don't have to. I think the organizational stuff gets a little overcomplicated and it makes you feel like you need to buy all these matching clear plastic containers. And listen, if you have that in your budget, go ahead. But these Amazon boxes, you get how many a week? Save a couple of them and put them in your pantry. Then let me know how much of a difference it makes for you because this has made such a big difference for me. I'll organize like all my grains in one little box. I'll organize the extra condiments in one little box. Like I have a little system and you'll figure out your system. Even if you put like all your granola bars in a box or whatever, like keep it open face. I cut the edges off so that it's literally just like a bin that you would buy, but instead of buying it, you're recycling it and you already have it and it's free. Even though these things take work, changing your environment and cleaning your environment can truly change your mind around to feel like you're in a mini retreat or you're changing up your habits. It's really hard to change your habits if everything around you stays the same. Another thing that you can do to create a mini retreat for yourself, and I did this last night, is having like your own little me time night. And I know this might be hard if you have young kids or you have a lot of obligations, but maybe skip the night out with friends and have a little personal me time night. I literally did this on a Friday night and it was amazing what happened because I was journaling, I had my eye patches on, I had my everything shower. And then I was like, you know what? I didn't do my workout today because I was doing so many other things. I'm just going to do it. And I literally did it at like 9:30 at night in my living room on my yoga mat. I had a great workout. I was sore after. I drank my water. I had a little apple and peanut butter with chocolate chips. Like I had a nice little evening to myself. I sat outside. I just did things that called me. And that was so fun. And I know that this might be hard, like I said, if you have young kids at home or whatever, but try to find some pocket of time. It doesn't even have to be a Friday night. It could be a Sunday morning. You could wake up early on a Sunday and like just chase what you want to do. I put my phone in a drawer. I didn't look at it and I just followed whatever called me. There's so much freedom in just being able to like chase your interests. And it might not be that you do a workout in your living room. Yours might be that you take out your watercolor paintings and work on them. It might be that you do a word search. It might be that you write a letter to yourself, you journal, you set intentions for yourself. Whatever it is, find things that you want to do and have like a little pocket of time, even if it's an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours at a time that you wouldn't normally do it. Pour yourself a little kombucha, make yourself a little tea, whatever's going to make you really romanticize and enjoy that time spending with yourself. This would also be fun to do with your girlfriends. So much of wellness is built in community, at least in my opinion. So having your girlfriends over and doing like a little staycation retreat on your own, that would be so much fun. And I should probably do that with my friends. Get some fresh flowers, wear cute pajama sets, hang out, talk, chat, have kombucha, make tea, whatever you want to do, whatever fits your vibe. That sounds so fun. Like you literally don't even have to go anywhere. You can host everybody, or if your friend has a better hosting setup, see if they would want to do it. You bring the food, they bring this, you bring that, whatever. That sounds so fun. And then you get to laugh and joke and spend just quality time with your friends. I think that would be so fun. Which leads me to my last tip on creating a mini retreat at home. And that's use your special stuff. Like every single day is a special occasion. Why wait for a special occasion to use your fancy stuff when you are the special occasion? Every day is a special occasion. If you got to wake up and live, you get to use your special stuff. One of my favorite parts about the retreat were all the little details of the retreat. I had the table runners, the fresh bouquets in the bathroom, in the kitchen, everywhere, the fabric napkins, the twine wrapped around them, the placemat, like every single little thing was aesthetic and nice, and the trays and everything. And even though it sounds like a little thing, those are things that you probably have somewhere in your house that you save for Christmas, you save for Easter, you save for someone's birthday, you save for a special occasion. You are the special occasion. Use the fabric napkins at dinner and then stick them in the washing machine. Use that beautiful tray that you have and eat off of it and then stick it in the dishwasher. Your fancy china that your grandmom gave you. Be careful with it, obviously. Treat things with care, but why have these things if you're not using them? Like that is definitely something that I'm using now more coming home from the retreat, because it's like, let's face it, I have these beautiful trays and these beautiful plates and these beautiful things that I save for when I host people. I'm worth hosting. My boyfriend's worth hosting. Even if it's just me at home, I'm worth hosting. I'm worth wearing my matching pajama set. I'm worth wearing my favorite outfit, even though I'm just going to dinner somewhere. Why wait for the special occasion? You are the special occasion. Like, I don't know. That's something that I really took away, because it really does boost your mood to use your nice stuff. Why do you have this nice stuff if it's all going to be in a drawer, right? If you got to wake up today, you're alive, you're healthy, you're able to have choice in what you're doing, use your fancy stuff. Life is too short to let that stuff just collect dust. Why are you eating off paper plates if you have beautiful plates that you love? I mean, obviously I use paper plates too out of convenience, but if you have nice stuff that you love and it makes you feel good to use it, absolutely use it. That's definitely something that I'm taking home with me from the retreat. Ever since I got back, I've been using my trays and everything. I've been making apple boards at night, even if it's just for me, just for my boyfriend, whoever. I'm using the stuff. I'm eating the food. I'm wearing my favorite outfits. I've been wearing matching sets every night to bed because I just feel good. Even if nobody sees me in it, I just feel good in it. And I encourage you to do the same. You deserve to feel whole, connected, alive, aligned. Even if you're not on a retreat, you deserve to feel that in your everyday life, in your everyday home, in your everyday routine. And so I really hope that this inspires you to create that for yourself, even if it is just a little pocket of time somewhere in your schedule. Start small, start right there, start where you're at, and figure out where you can find that time. To the people that came on the retreat, thank you. Like, seriously, thank you so much for supporting and trusting me with your time and with your money. You've reminded me what's possible and what the beauty of community really is. And I can't thank you enough for that. It was truly, literally the best weekend of my life. My heart is still so full thinking about it. And it's been a week now. And I'm grateful. And to the people that sent supportive messages, thank you for those as well. Really encouraged me to keep going and inspired me. So thank you guys for the support and all the love. I'll definitely let you know about the next retreat, hopefully sooner than we think. Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting the podcast. As always, if you don't already, follow at the Wellness Club XO and me at Cass Camp on Instagram. And I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.